Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Andy from Inspired by the Journey, and in this video we're in the port of Le Havre. Now a lot of people have said that Le Havre is a boring or wasted port stop, but we had a great day even though the weather wasn't really kind to us on this February day. I'm going to show you why we had such a great day and what we would recommend doing in Le Havre. I'll start with a confession though. So Le Havre was the last port on our 1 week cruise and we hadn't arranged to do anything in advance. Now the last time we were here a couple of years ago, we just decided to spend the day on the ship. And it's always nice to do that, but equally it's good to get off and do a bit of exploring as well. Now before we went, I had done a little bit of research, because I normally do the research, and we'd found the Havre Tours. Now they offer 3 different types of tours, to Honfleur, Deauville, and then within Le Havre itself. Now I've been to both Honfleur and Deauville, and they're absolutely beautiful, but we decided we wanted to stay a bit more local to Le Havre on this day. We bought our tickets online after we'd arrived in Le Havre, and it costs €14 for adults and €6 for children over 4 and under 18 for the Le Havre tour. If you did fancy going to Honfleur, it's €26 for adults and €14 for children. Now Le Havre recently started a new service that takes you from the cruise port at 10 AM and drops you at the starting point for all the tours. So it really was a very short walk along to the Le Havre, and as you'd expect they've got these very bright yellow buses, so at least we know we're in the right place. That was slightly confusing because we were queuing outside one bus and now we've been told to get on a different one. At least really close by anyway. Now one good thing about doing these tours is that they are fully refundable if the ship doesn't dock. The tours are also changeable if the port day changes or if the ship arrives late. And the Le Havre tour takes about 50 minutes to get round. There are audio guides in English, French, German, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian and Russian. The first bus is at 10:30 and then 11:30, 12:30, 2:30 and then the last one is 3:30. It'll take about 50 minutes to get all the way around. One thing that's quite good about this tour, because it's been a bit wet and windy here in Le Havre this morning, so it's got a retractable glass roof, so we'll stay nice and comfortable even if it does get a bit damp. Oh and look, they've been given some special headphones that will fit for him with a lovely bee on them too. The tour itself takes in pretty much all of the major sites in Le Havre, including Le Volcan, the volcano, the Musée d'Art Moderne, Museum of Modern Art, Église Saint-Joseph, St Joeseph Church, and Le Nice Havre, which sheltered the exiled Belgian government during the First World War. One of the things that really struck me about the tour was how much of the city was destroyed during World War II. Apparently it was nearly 80%, and that's really hard to believe. A lot of the city was reconstructed by the French architect Auguste Perret. Now he was a man who loved to build with concrete, and that's why so many parts of Le Havre are absolutely covered in concrete or made of concrete. We really enjoyed the tour. What I would say is there were quite a few bits that were quite hilly, particularly when you go up towards the kind of the viewing point at the top. So yeah, getting a bus, certainly say you're doing too much hilly walking. And with that, here we are back at the beginning of the tour. So just over here we've got the Le Havre shop. We're going to go and have a little look. It was definitely worth a visit, and here you can also find all information about the tours and book tickets too. Here's Milo having a carry. He's too tired. He's too tired from our 50 minutes sat on the coach. Shall we take a look at the town hall? A park?
You haven't got enough anything to walk anyway.
So we inadvertently found a park. Now we're going to have to go and check it out. I can see you in there. So this park right in the centre is only for children from 0 to 6, so Milo's kind of at the upper end of it really. The other thing that's quite good about this dog park is that actually quite a lot of it is undercover, so even if it's wet you'd still be able to enjoy it. Are you enjoying the park?
Yeah.
When we were on the coach they were saying that this is one of the largest town halls in France. In fact, it might even be the largest one. The high tower is 72 metres high, and you can book a tour that heads up to the 17th floor for a panoramic view of the entire city. I've put a link in the video description to where you can book the tickets. The tourist information site is really excellent, and it has ideas of what to do as a family or when it's raining. So here we are at the town hall gardens. Just going to take a little walk about, see what we can see. I'd say last time I came here, it must have been probably 25 years ago. Would have come on one of the overnight ferries and just came for the day. I did also stay one time at a hotel, and it's actually really pleasant. I know there were lots of people who always seem to say, oh, I don't know why you bother with Le Havre, but actually for a couple of hours the bee bus was good, and I think just somewhere to have a walk around. Our plan to get hot chocolate and hopefully maybe a baguette or a croissant or something. I think it'd be really nice. So this little section here, which to be honest you would miss if you weren't quite careful. So it's saying Le Havre, the city, was rebuilt by Auguste Perret, and it's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And the reason that it's a World Heritage Site is because of the innovative use of reinforced concrete, which you see in all of the buildings around here. And I'd say quite a lot of the tours that you could go on were to the Normandy landing beaches, which if you haven't been before, I mean, is just an absolutely amazing place to go to remember the awful things that happened. But to be honest, the same here really. Like I was saying on the video before, that 80% of this city was completely obliterated. Next, we decided to take a look around the church. The tower of the church is 117 metres and it's easily visible from most of Le Havre and even from out at sea. Locals call it the Lantern Tower or the lighthouse at the heart of the city. The construction of St Joseph's Church started in 1951 and it was finally completed in 1958, and that was another one of Auguste Perret's buildings. Now unfortunately he never actually saw the church because he died in 1954, 4 years before it was finished. The stained glass is quite unusual here as it doesn't actually contain any images or words. Instead it uses different colours as a focus and to deliver the intended message. I think it's a pretty abstract way of conveying a message, but you can't deny that it looks beautiful in the different lights.
So we're walking along here to the docks, which is a centre commercial. We're going to see what we can find. It's new since last time Andy was here, which was a few years ago. And I think there is a shop that Milo will be particularly interested in, although he doesn't know what it is yet, so let's see what we can find.
The Docks is a reasonably large shopping centre with an array of different shops, including Primark, H&M, Lidl, and most importantly the Lego store. There are also quite a few cafes and restaurants. It was just a really nice building and an environment to spend a bit of time. So the Docks shopping centre was about a 30-minute walk from the City Hall and also about a 30-minute walk from the cruise port. At the time of this video, which is in February 2025, the shops are open from 10 till 8 Monday to Saturday and from 11 till 7 on Sundays, so you should always find it open when you arrive by cruise. There was also a large indoor play area, which would be a great place to go if the weather is wet, which it frequently is in Le Havre. Overall, we really enjoyed our time in Le Havre, and I think that sometimes the best days are those you have low expectations for. Even if you just manage a coffee or a hot chocolate and a baguette or a croissant, it would be such a shame not to explore the city of Havre even a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you found it useful, please do give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, so appreciated. We've got the ports of Zeebrugge and Rotterdam still to release in this series, and some other really exciting videos on cruises both from the UK and within the US and Canada, and you'll definitely want to make sure you see those. Until the next adventure, see you soon.